Hello, hello, 1, 2, 3, mic testing, check, check, check. Check, check, check. Check, hello, hello, check, check, check. Am I audible? Hello, yo, yo. Okay, fuck. Almost forgot. Ah, shit, bro. Let me check if I'm audible. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, I am. Fuck it. Yeah, bro, I need to have finished everything else. Put on some music. I'm gonna just try to finish this as soon as fucking possible, bro. I have no patience left. I know that's why we make a lot of mistakes, but I cannot be bothered, bro. I just need some peace of mind, bro. Alright, start. Boom. I need to also cook my food. So it's gonna be long fucking time, bro. It's gonna be a long fucking time if I do not hurry up and finish it fast. Alright. Shit. Wait, I already know this. What does ChatGPT say about it? Lock in for the final unit. This unit has the most weightage, so I cannot skimp on it at all. Unfortunately, even if I would like to wrap it up as soon as possible, can't really do it. Unfortunate. But what I can do is study right now so that I can revise in the morning and fucking, for the love of God, get done, get it over with. Unit 3, game programming fundamentals, transitioning from engine familiarity to structural C# scripting. Why is studying more difficult than doing any job, bro? Studying is taking the toll out of me, bro. Genuinely. Alright, bro. Core objective, mastering engine. Wait a sec. Frame rate, 3D sprite revision. Okay. Mastering the engine architecture, structure, object anatomy. Okay. Unity game loop, frame rate control. Defining the rendering pipeline, 3D versus universal, core 3D versus universal 3D. Core 3D built-in render pipeline. Universal 3D is universal research render pipeline. Analogy: basic family car, simple to drive, enough for daily travel. Analogy: modern smart car, better engine, better features. Standard lighting, limited shadows, limited post-processing. Advanced lighting, high quality materials optimized across platforms. Use case: college assignments, learning fundamentals from older hardware. Use case: mobile game, PC game, professional development, hardware, shader, graph support, beginner friendly 4.5 hours, second for unit 3. Okay, fine, fact. Inspector: modifying behavior without writing code. Function displays and allows modification of the properties of any selected game object. Fair. Component stacking. Every block in the inspector is a modular piece that adds specific functionality to the empty game object container. Fair. Golden no. Inspector changes object behavior dynamically. You can tweak gravity, swap images, or adjust masks directly in the UI without altering a single line of code. Okay, fine. Drag and drop. Visualizing the object mesh versus sprite renders. The renderer attached an object exists in mathematical space but is entirely invisible to the character. With the render flat 2D images, focus on Y and X and Y coordinates. Improved method textures must be converted to sprite 2D UI type. Mesh render displays 3D geometric cubes shape. Mesh render is 2D. Sorry, sprite render is 2D. Mesh is 3D. Pretty simple to find out. Anatomy of a game object. Let's see. Transform, mesh, sprite, rigid body, collider, script. Rotation scale, mesh price, visible, rigid body, detects touch, surface properties, textures versus materials. Texture, big image, 2D, okay. Lighting data, smoothness versus metallic, realistic, brick wall. Key concept: we can apply identical textures to two objects, but drastically different materials will make look like wet plastic. Identical textures to two objects, but drastically different materials will make one look like wet plastic and another like rust tire. Okay. Materials contain rendering instructions such as color, metallic, color, metallic, smoothness, transparency. Color, metallic, transparency, and smoothness. Physics engine, the laws of rigid body and gravity. Physics engine simulates real life dynamics, automatically calculates gravity, velocity, force, momentum, and bounce. Rigid body and gravity. Gravity, velocity, force, momentum, and bounce. Freeze position locks the rigid body constraints. Freeze position locks the movement of a game object along one or two axes, even if force or gravity or collisions detect on the object cannot move on further axes. Player on a mountain without freeze. Explosion pushes player in all directions. With freeze Y, players always at the same height. Freeze rotation. Long more axis. Tilt, flip, or spin. Tilt, flip, or spin. Spin. Flip. Third person shooter character. Freeze constant prevents. Okay. When player collides with an enemy, freeze rotation X, no forward slash backwards tilting. Without freeze rotation Y, no left or right. Player may roll over or fall. Not this, all this is not okay. If you freeze axis, which is, let's say Y is this, X should be sideways, right? Z is sideways tilting. Forward, okay, X is, for some reason, if you freeze X, no. Y is left and right. Z is sideways, okay. X is lean. X is lean. Y is peak. Oh, so Z is like this. Y is like this. So X, if you lock, you cannot lean front and back. Y, if you lock, you cannot go right and left. And Z, if you do, you cannot do this and that. Peak, you cannot peak. Okay, fine. Defining physical boundaries. Colliders. Okay, colliders I know. Box collider, spray collider, capsule collider. Defines the physical shape of an object for the purpose of collision detection, create solidness, optimization, simple primitive that then the vision mesh to save them computational power. Two objects must have colliders to detect a physical touch. Two objects, both of them should have. Then only it works. Direction types, collision versus trigger. Collision versus trigger. Collision is detect touch. Trigger is an event that lets us do something. Run a script. Signal to, yeah. Event sensor triggers event sensor, whereas collision is a physical block. Okay, fine. Object detection via tags. Problem: when a player touches an object, the script needs to know where exactly it touched. Checking exact unique object in the hierarchy is inefficient and prone to errors. Addition: tags group similar objects inside a single string identifier. When ground when. Okay. Anatomy of a C script. Library, class, initialization. Initialization and the loop. Class. Timeline of Unity game loop. Sequence of programmatic events firing during a single frame of gameplay. Start. Fix, update, update, late update. The last 20 minutes of studying. Fuck, okay. I don't wanna study no more. I'm hungry as well, bro. Notice any position applies gravity and physics. The collision play animation and does the same displays completely. During each frame, reads keyboard and mouse input, moves the player, updates enemy position, applies gravity and physics, detect collision, plays animation, renders the scene, displays completed image. This happens in void dot update. Start, fix update, update, late update. Start, update. Fix update, fix time intervals. Update once every frame. Date update once every frame updates finishing. Camera tracking. Okay. Fixed update, update and lead update. Uniform real world speed, finish line 60 bit fast after slower there. Okay. The thread, if your script moves character 1 meter every update, at 60 FPS computer moves the player 60 meters a second at 30 the game. The solution is time.delta time measures the time lapse since the last frames. Multiplying moment speed by delta time converts the moment for meters per frame equals to meters per second, guaranteeing uniform speed on all hardware. Okay, fine. Instead of doing that, you do that by second instead. Okay. Event handling, input handle, event driven input handling. Okay. Discrete input, true or false. Input get key code dot space checks if a specific physical key is currently request used for distinct actions like jumping or firing a weapon. Okay. Continuous input and discrete input and continuous. Okay. Driven input handling. Discrete input and continuous input. Discrete input is true or false, like firing, jump, shoot. Continuous are returns a float value between minus 1.0 and 1.0, right? Automatically maps the keyboard arrows, AD, and gamepad analysis. Realize beautiful character. Scripting object motion detection. Scripting object motion. Translation. Void update moves object forward based on time and speed. Transform, translate, vector, speed. What the fuck is that? Object motion interaction. What the fuck is that, bro? Okay, why is the last 3 fucking PDF pages so fucking retarded, bro? I cannot even do shit. Honest to God. Fuck. Exams. Hate preparing for exams. Speed and time, okay. Forward. Scripting. Object. Motion data. Translation. Speed into time. Direct manipulation. Transform dot translate alters object's position mathematically relative to its current object. Vector 3, a mathematical container holding 3 directional values. Application. Best use of kinematic movement like enemy patrol routes, moving platforms, or automated flying projectiles. Okay. Scripting. Physics. Applying forces. Forces. Rigid body RB. Get component. Fix update pushes. Jump force. Component reference. Script must first grab the attached body using get component. Physics interaction. Instead of teleporting the object mathematically, add force applies physical energy to the mass. Execute rule. I always apply rigid forces inside a fixed update, never in update, to ensure stable engine simulation of it. Scripting collisions. The hook on scripting triggers and object detection collection. On trigger enter score text trigger destroy game object. The hook one Fires automatically the same frames. Okay, the hook on collision enter fires automatically the exact frame to colliders physically strike each other. Okay, fine. Parameter collision parameter contains data about this object just we just had. Object the logic compare tag filter interactions to only lose health when hitting an obstacle, not the floor. Okay. Scripting triggers and object detection, object collection. Scripting, okay. Triggers when object passes through a collector is marked in the inspector as is trigger. The parameter references overlapping collector. Okay. Object removal, destroy game object completely, wipes the object from hierarchy, instantly freeing memory. The core loop of resource collection. Fuck that shit. Now we do some quizzes and finish this bitch up for real. Programming fundamentals. Okay, what is this unit about? Moving from Unity basics to actual C scripting. Understanding game objects, physics rendering, loop, frame rate. Okay, input, moment and input. Game object anatomy very important. Everything in Unity is a game object. Obviously, game object alone does nothing. It needs components, key components, transform, scale, rotation, mandatory. Okay, render mesh sprite makes objects visible. Rigid body enables physics. Gravity forces, collider detects collisions, and script as logic. Render sprite is flat images, uses x and y coordinates. 3D is perspective. X cube space character uses x, y, z. Materials is texture. Image like brick picture. Materials is how it looks, shiny, dull, transparent. Same textures can look different with different materials. Physics, rigid body and gravity. Unity engine handles gravity, velocity, forces. Rigid body is required. Moving objects like players without it, no physics. Types, dynamic moves, static does not move. Freeze position, stop movement on selected axis. Example, freeze Y cannot go up and down. Freeze all stays fixed. Freeze rotation stops from rotating. Is position and rotation you can freeze. Okay, fine. Colliders, box colliders, sphere colliders, capsule colliders. Rule have collection detect collision. Collision versus trigger. Collision physically hit. Example, car hitting a wall. Trigger. Objects can pass through. For example, coins and checkpoints. Tags for object identification used to identify objects easily. If collision dot game object compare tag enemy. Okay, better than checking object names. You can just group and check for tags instead. Mark is okay. Script structure, basically script. Void start, update, fix update. Sorry, void start, void update. Oh, sorry, fix update, update, and late update. Start is start, fix update is physics, used for physics primarily, and update is input and camera movement. A late update is for camera. Update normally is for movement and input. Okay, FPS and frames. Frame is a single image, and FPS is frames per second. 30 FPS per FPS motor. Time delta, faster moment, universal times. Discrete input and continuous input goes under moment. Even false. Example, clear moment, smooth moment. Okay. Object moment translates forward. Transform dot translate. Vector 3 dot forward. Speed times delta time. Time to delta time. Applying forces. Rigid body dot add force. Vector 3 up into jump force. Collision script. Collision game object compare tag obstacle. Health minus minus. On trigger, enter Hardware Collider. If other compare tag, okay, destroy game object. Ah, bro, please let me finish this, bro. We are at the final stretch of the studying portion. What's a game object? It's a game container that holds components. That games functionally via components. Which component is mandatory for every game object? Mandatory for every game project. Transform. Which component makes an object visible? Renderer, mesh, or sprite. What happens in a game object has no renderer, disappears from hierarchy. It exists but it's invisible. Rigid body. Why? What does freeze position Y do? Y left and right. Stops rotation. Stops up and down. Oh, freeze position up and down. Okay. Rotation is different. Why are rigid body constraints used? Improve graphics, reduce. Freeze. Okay. Add physics. Unwanted moment. Best collider. For characters, box. Capsule colliders. Or box. Yeah. Trigger. Collision is physical. Trigger is not physical. Which function runs when the game starts? Update, fix updates. Sorry, start. Then it goes up. Fix update, update, and late update. So start. Which rigid body. Which function is used for physics calculations? Fix update. FPS frames per second. Ensure consistent movement across devices. Input is going. Get access. On collision, enter. Transform. Physics. Detect collisions. Stop vertical movement. Rotating. Physical and non-physical. Runs once. Runs every frame. 600 piece of physics, FPS frames per second. Explain anatomy of a game object, include definition, components, transform, render, collider script. Dynamic static objects, freeze, use cases as well. Difference between collider definition, working mechanism, altcoin, advantages, gain loop, start include, yeah. Frame rate, frame definition, frame concept, problem frames get key and get access. Translate vector tree and force. Exotic rule. String collider synthesize box where capture. Boom. Holy shit, bro. We did it. Damn, it took exactly the same amount of time as yesterday. Who would have thunk? Stupid. That's stupid, innit, mate? Okay. So, I finished this fucking shit of a fucking exam. Prep is done. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say thank you to all my viewers for sticking around. Holy shit, everyone who came through, well, no one came through today, but anywho, if you're watching this in the future, if I have this video online, thanks for watching. And tomorrow is my last exam, and after that, my god, all the streams I'm gonna be doing are not gonna be as fucking boring as this fucking shitty one. Hopefully I can do better in making good content for y'all, and now I'm just gonna eat my food, enjoy for tomorrow, play some games, revise in the morning, write my paper, come back as soon as possible and fucking chillax the whole fucking day. Not play Dark Souls, hopefully, or hopefully not. Hopefully I do, I don't know, make more content and be happy instead. Hello Momo. Bro, someone's... Now who the fuck is in my chat, bro? Who's this guy? Who's this guy, bro? Hey, yo, bro. Chill out, bro. That's crazy, bro. Alright, bro. That's about it. I'm gonna pack it up, bro. Generally. If this guy texts something, fourth year student... Do I know this guy? Do I know you, bro? What about you? Hello Momo is crazy though. Regardless, bro. I'm just ending my stream, bro. I'm also fourth year student, yes. Preparing for tomorrow's exam. No, you do not know me. Yeah. Figured. Bro, there's some chart delay, so every time I read your stuff is reflecting a little bit late. But anywho, I'm trying to end my stream now. I'm finna just go and make some food and eat it. I haven't ate the entire day. So yeah, I'm finna pack it up. So that's about it. From which college? Christ University, Bangalore. Yashwantpur campus. Yeah, bro. I'm gonna pack it up. Also nice. I'm also in. Wait a sec. I cannot even read the chat properly. Wait a sec. I cannot even read the chat for fuck's sake. Oh, I'm also found. Oh, also in Bangalore. Nice, nice. I would have stuck around and talked a little bit more, but I need to pack it up, bro. It's like I'm hungry, bro. I need to end stream quick. But you know, thanks for sticking by. Thanks for being in my chat. Hope I see you next time. BMSCE, nice. Good on you, good on you. Study hard, bro. Study hard. Make sure to at least sit for placements, do well in them. Just grab any job as soon as possible, and like, yeah, bro. In this job market, in this current economy, I don't think without a job will, like, even the low ones are like shit, bro. Even 5 LPA will do at this point. I'm desperate, but okay, we will talk later. Have food. Good night. Okay, thank you very much, bro. I'll see you next time, bro. Damn, bro. Fuck exams, bro. I hate exams. With that, I'm gonna be ending my stream. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, code 99G. Yeah. I don't mind you joking about Momo, bro. I get it, bro. I just said it. But still, bro, that's a crazy opening, bro. No hard feelings, though. Alright, bro. GG's. Bye.